Continuing reading my new novel to you. We left off on page 49. The title of it is Lee. I left the baby sleeping. I got a deal worked out with the no-smoking guy. If he doesn't see me moving around by morning, he knows to go check on the baby. I gave him my extra key. I trade him for his help. I cut his hair. It's all he wants. Once a month I cut his hair. I'm good at it. Been cutting my own since I can remember. It's not that hard. Get a sharp pair of scissors and just do it. I don't know why people pay money for their haircuts. There's all kind of ways I can cut hair: around the head, blunt against the cheeks, and many versions of hanging styles. Each time I cut his hair, I give him styles depending on his mood and mine. It's fun, a fun, harmless, good time. Now he's passing a flagpole, a giant American flag standing right in the middle of town. So patriotic, Chagrin Falls is. Flags scare me. All those flags out on the 4th of July, on Memorial Day, a bunch of American flags, a bunch of Nazi flags. What's the difference? All the people singing all at once, getting that look in their eyes. I don't like seeing big crowds all worked up. You never know when they're going to turn. You can tell a crowd to go this way or that, and they all do it. It's better not to be in a crowd. Better to stay out on the parameters where you can think your thoughts, do your things, decide your own way. We're moving through a different neighborhood now, further out. The guy likes to run red lights this early in the morning. What's the use of sitting and waiting? Nobody's coming. Some rules are meant to be broken. Use your common sense instead. I'm not listening to the rest of what he's talking about. Something about all these liberals taking over. God-fearing family men don't have a chance. What's happening to the kids today? On and on he goes talking. You can tell it's the same to him as breathing. No interruptions. Guys like these are used to not being stopped. He's driving me, I don't know where. I thought we were going to stop at the hotel, him being more of a hotel kind of guy. He's passing Crossroads. It's a motel right across the street from the cemetery. It's an L-shaped building, a reverse V. It doesn't pretend to be anything but what it is. Happy hour, 4 to 7, says the sign. I like things that don't pretend. The sign must be from a long time ago because it advertises free Wi-Fi. What place doesn't have Wi-Fi these days? I wonder if it meant you could get porn movies back in the day. The building's narrow, one line long, room to room to room. A door and a window, a door and a window, a door and a window, all the way around itself. Flat as can be on top, only as high as the ceilings in the rooms. It's got a couple of vending machines outside. Every door lining up with its own parking place. Drive-through sex. Some people use the place to sleep. I've seen women with small children in there, 1 or 2. I guess it's a place to stay between here and there. Maybe their boyfriend kicked them out, or they got evicted, or are waiting for sentencing. I've used it to do business, stayed one overnight. It's not the kind of place you want to sleep over. It takes a lot to make a living in this world, day in, day out, scampering to have enough. Most are doing what I'm doing, but in different ways. Then there are those who got plenty, but they don't look around to share what they got. And those who got more than plenty and keep wanting more. They must not have everything they want, because if they did, they sure wouldn't be hiring me on Thanksgiving for a body to be with. He's taking me further out now. The snow is falling hard. It's not sticking to the ground yet, but laying in small white pieces on the pavement, melting. There's bigger developments out here. All you see is the signs on the street for them. They have the funniest names: Hawthorne Place, Pilgrim Village, Lake Le Sueur. Who makes up these names? You have to drive in a ways into these gated communities if you want to know what's inside them. I've been taken in there. You have to have a pass to get in or be with someone who belongs. Tonight he just keeps going, past the 7-Eleven, past Breezewood Garden Center. The Garden Center is a business only for and about plants. Funny thing, since plants are free, you wouldn't think they'd need to be bought and sold. They dig them up, I guess, put them in pots, and people buy them. Less and less houses now. It's getting real dark. I must have fallen asleep. His dashboard clock says 6 in the morning. He decided to buy an extra day. No smoking guy's going to stop in and check on the baby. I'll pay him with some of my overtime money. He can use it. Got his sign out 'cause he's on oxygen. Good thing I don't smoke. Know what I notice about myself? What I do well. Things I quit for good. Smoking and drinking and drugging. I don't go back to what I leave behind. He's stopping at the gas station now. It's all lit up. I go to the bathroom. He pulls in at Dunkin' Donuts. Big sign out, open 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Happy Thanksgiving. He's going to buy coffee. That's good, I guess. He's planning on staying up a while. He asks without looking, "Want a donut?" "No, thanks." "I don't want no donut. Don't eat sugar. I try not to eat sweets. Sweets want more sweets. If I give it to my body, all it does is crave. It took me a long time to figure that one out." It's a good day for business, Thanksgiving is, especially up to the dinner hour. I didn't expect him to buy my time for the whole day and night. That's all right. I make more money. He's driving further out. Lots for sale signs, lights passing by, long dark spaces in between. The air is soft. Everything's under a low ceiling of clouds. You would think it friendly because it has a fuzzy edge to it. The trees are light gray and dark gray, all bare. The ground is wet with rain, the kind that's going to turn to ice and snow soon as the air gets cold enough, crisp enough. Some unhappy god turned a charcoal stick on its side and made overlapping circles across the trees. Circles as wide as the stick, as high as the stick, circles around everything. I look up, the sky beyond is gray too. The unhappy god drew everything in charcoal, some in sharper lines, some in softer. It all weighs heavy on me. I try to remember the light in Santa Fe, but I have a hard time recalling it right now. Winter in this town is a killer. People live in warm climates think it's the cold and the snow that gets you here, but it's the gray that does it. The relentless mornings and afternoons of gray that you know all day is going to be low-ceilinged, heavy gray. We should paint our houses bright colors. We need the brightness more here than where it's tropical. I've seen pictures of multicolored houses in those tropical places. People there are so happy with their surroundings and the weather that they say to themselves, my house should be pink with some blue trim. Why not canary yellow with bright, bright green? Here, there's rules in neighborhoods. You can't paint your house bright green or bright pink. It's got to be a white or shades of grays or browns. There is no place to look for color on days like this. It gets me down. My hair droops, goes limp, loses its glow. Like the leaves on the trees, my hair changes with the weather, with the barometric pressure. The natural world has its moods, and everything that's alive can feel it. These are the darkest days of the year. I heard on the radio that pretty soon we're going to start getting longer days. Not longer days, really, but more light in our days. How long is he going to be driving? Dear reader, I know she's writing my story. She doesn't want to write about what happened